What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to My Almost Acre. As spring is in full motion, I wanted to take some time to talk about my garden goals. If you're new to the channel, what you see here is my super small backyard garden. It's only 50 square feet, and I'm hoping to get a lot of production out of it this year, which is why I made specific goals. Now, just to set the stage, this isn't really a how-to video, more of a what am I planning to get out of my garden type of video. And again, if you're new, consider subscribing, and I would love to see some comments on what your specific backyard garden goals are this year. Thanks for watching. Before I give the specific goals I'm aiming for, I wanted to give a little bit of a garden tour. And here we find my salad garden box in mid-May. It's definitely my smallest garden box, but I would argue it's one of the mightiest as well. And that's because I have a lot going on here. For starters, the garden box itself is only 2 foot by 3 foot for 6 total square feet of gardening space. And in that 6 square feet, I have 12 heads of lettuce, 1 green bean plant, 2 bell pepper plants, a cucumber plant, and 2 cherry tomato plants that I hope will climb this trellis as the year goes by. The whole purpose of this garden box is to walk outside, pick everything I need for a fresh salad, bring it back inside, wash, and eat. And I've been able to do that the past 2 summers, and I can't wait for this year again. Which brings me to my first garden goal for the year. I want to grow 1 pound of food per square foot of garden space I have. This is something I'm definitely going to have to track week to week as the summer goes by, but it all starts with knowing how big my garden is. And while I've been saying I have a 50 square foot garden, which all of my raised garden beds do equate to 50 square feet, I do have a few bucket and container gardens too. So I'm aiming for 55 square feet. Therefore, to complete the goal, I need to grow 55 pounds of food. To continue the tour, let's take a look at this second garden box. Now, this was the first garden box I made in our new house, which was 3 summers ago now. I'm trying something new in this box this year, and while I've always grown vertically, I'm trying out what I'm calling a pea pyramid. I definitely know I'm not the first one to try this growing technique, however, I may be the first one to incorporate a yogurt cup into it. Check out my channel for a future video. Again, the theme of my garden is small but mighty, and this garden box is only 2 foot by 4 foot for 8 square feet of growing space. So now that I shared my second garden box, let's share my second goal. I want to save $100 off my grocery bill this year. Now, having a family of 5, I literally spend over $100 each week at the grocery store. This goal is more just about I'm curious how much I can actually save, and I want to track it all summer and get to a total number. I'm hoping it's more than $100, to be honest. I plan to do a follow up video where I'll establish a baseline for what things cost compared to what I'm growing so I can accurately track it through the summer and get to that total cost saved. Continuing the tour, my third garden box up front here is 2 foot by 6 foot for 12 total square feet of growing space. In the first part of this garden box, I have broccoli, which I wasn't able to successfully grow last year, so I want to give it another try. I have a row of lettuce, and in the back here, I have several bush beans that I'm going to be tying off to poles so that it can grow in a nice, neat fashion. Now, as you can see in the video, I'm doubling down on the pea pyramid. In one garden box, I'm growing snow peas. Here, I'm just growing regular pea pods. I have offsetted the sowing of the seeds by a couple weeks so I can harvest peas at different times. And I'm also growing a couple cucumbers inside the trellis, which I'm hoping will crawl over the side of the garden box and yield several nice cucumbers. And at the front of the box, I have 4 containers that is my first pass at an herb garden. I'm growing herbs specific to Italian seasoning so that hopefully I can save that off the grocery bill later this year. And saving continues to be the theme of my third goal this year as well, where I want to save $50 worth of seeds. Now, saving seeds is nothing new to me. I've been doing it for a couple seasons now. And I did manage to save almost $40 worth of seeds last year. So I want to up my game and really think about this. I feel this also forces me to become a more mature gardener where I'm not just focused about the harvest I'm going to get, but the overall life cycle of the plant and when the seeds come. And if you're still here, thank you for hanging out so long. Let's go through my fourth garden box before we get to my final goal. Similar to last year in this last garden box, which is 2 foot by 12 feet for 24 square feet of gardening, I have these poles in the back that'll eventually become a massive trellis. Last year I had pole beans that climbed the trellis and really made a wall of green. I'm changing my approach slightly this year, and even though I'm going to have the trellis and beans and even cucumbers climbing it, I'm actually going to have tomatoes climb the actual poles to the trellis, and I'm incorporating several mammoth sunflowers this year just to give my garden a good look and feel. And the theme of my last garden box ties into my last goal, in which I want to do a complete turnover of my garden come late July. And if you've been following my journey, or if this is your first time here, I've had 4 successful years of backyard gardening. I'm looking forward to the fifth being just as successful, but I've never actually had 2 full growth cycles in one year before. And that's what this goal is about. And by having two, I'm hoping to better my odds at meeting my other goals as well. So if you made it to the end, thank you for hanging out today. That is my garden tour and the 4 core goals of what I'm trying to accomplish this year. I hope you're able to follow my journey, like this video, and subscribe to my channel. It'd be great to have you along, and please leave a comment on what you're trying to accomplish in your garden this year. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're looking for something additional to watch, check out these video links above. Thanks for coming today. Bye now.